We
to have a
should
top
be
20.
live. Yeah, if you could, well, if you had time, I mean, we're gonna work our way through. It just helps with the conversation a little bit.
Wildin'.
Whoa.
Wow.
All right. Here we are. I don't think it's necessary for me to share screen. Thank y'all for tuning in. For those that are watching, I'm about to share this link with the MCs. You are now watching RVA Rap Elite Season 5 Top 20 ranking discussion. This is something we do every year. This year, last year, a lot was at stake. At the time that we were doing it, we didn't know all that was at stake. This year we do. This top 20 ranking is very important, simply because these top 20 MCs that we decide on, out of, Frank, what was it, 83 MCs this season?
Yep, 83.
The same exact number as last season. 83 MCs last season, 83 MCs this season. Go figure. How? I don't know. Very glad to see that we're still on that same trajectory. That's a lot of MCs, and we're gonna be able to drill down. Obviously, we know who's in the range already, but we'll be able to drill down to the top 20, and those top 20 MCs will be recording an album together. Right now, our season 4 top 20 is already currently in the process of recording an album. If you've been following our Instagram, you've been seeing documentation session by session of those MCs. Top 20 MCs are, so we can start, arranging that album to, start recording that album next year. So I'm hyped. We had an incredible season. Statistically, this was our best season as far as this first season that we've ever had 30 or perfect scores. We've had quite a few. And I think when we get to recapping those over the next few weeks before the next season starts, I think those 30s will stand up. So I'm very excited to see where we're going, where we're headed, what new MCs pop up next season. But we're going to determine who the top 20 MCs for season 5 are, which will also let us know top 10, top 5. There's different things that these different tiers will be able to participate in. So we'll be definitely thinking of, what types of things, how ways we can reward these MCs. But we can say one thing that we know is for sure. The number 1 slot, the season 5 MVP, is already unanimous. It's already decided. We can take him off the board. Trey Authentic is our season 5 MVP. An absolute legendary season. Oh, you're on mute, Ease. Or am I not hearing anybody?
No, I said facts.
Oh yeah. 5 out. First of all, perfect attendance. 10 out of 10 episodes he appeared at. 5 of those 10 episodes he won. I believe he participated in every team 5-on-5 battle as well. I don't know what else to say about that.
Bro, what's happened?
Multiple 30s. Was a part of the episode where our first 30 ever was scored. Yeah, I mean, he's going to Flag on the Moon. You can't. There's not much you can say other than congratulations to Trey Authentic. Incredible work. Definitely set a huge mark, and he's not done. I know he has other side missions and things that he wants to accomplish next season, so he won't be taking his foot off the gas. But we do this starting bottom up. So we start from 20 up to 1. So we know what 1 is. Now it's the time to determine spot 20. Spielberg, are you with us? Spielberg's popped in here. We're still waiting for Nicholas F., but we're going to go ahead and get started with the conversation. And we'll let him jump in where he jumps in. I did not get to finish my full 20, right? And I started on my list top to bottom. So I don't have my 20 spot. I would like to hear who has who everyone has in their number 20 spot.
I got it's either Balu or Chef Token for me. I got them exactly the same in my mind. It's hard to make a decision. So if somebody can help me with their thoughts, but that's who I got at number 20. Either of those two.
Well, I can chime in. My number 20 spot is also a tie. But lucky for you, Frank, it's a tie between C Spicy and Balu. C Spicy I also have down here as most improved.
Okay.
Because he was rapping at the beginning of the season, but the last episode we saw him like really show out. Last couple episodes, we saw him really show out the open cipher, and he commanded the entire crowd in the 5-on-5 in the last episode. So, like, he made us see that he was a force to be reckoned with.
So let me ask you this for the sake of what Frank has. Do you have Chef Token somewhere in your top 20?
He's right outside of it. This is what I wanted to get to. Balu is my number 20, I'm going to go ahead and say. Because I also have him as a sidebar as most underrated. Dude has some bars. He has some like strong bars. And I saw y'all talking about that on the recap of the season finale. Like, he came with it more than a lot of people are like willing to admit. Like, I always enjoyed watching him spit, and I always like you always say, I always saw him like on the edge, but like just needing to go ahead and make that jump. And I feel like he went ahead and made that jump on the season finale, which is why he got my number 20 spot.
He's progressively getting better for sure. For sure.
Oh,
like,
yeah, no doubt.
I don't know whether he's like listening to the joints and taking the advice or whatever, but like, yeah, he's definitely been stepping it up each episode.
I think it could be part of the fact that he's taking the advice, and just naturally, as you see this month by month, you're gonna get better and better.
Yeah, true. It could be a natural progression as well. You know what I mean?
Yo, quick question. Is there any specific criteria, or is it how we feel about the MCs for the season? Or is it like based purely on talent, or is it overall performance? Can I take everything into account for the whole season?
Everything into account. The statistics should guide you.
Right.
So that's why, we want to, provide those stats.
Cool.
Because that definitely should guide you as far as framework is concerned. But when it comes to ranking in the close spots, it is something that is an all-encompassing thing. And that's why, we try to have these debates until we can all settle on a consensus for each spot.
Okay.
So all opinions for what they feel the number 20 slot can be put out on the table, and then we can kind of, iron it out until we get to a consensus on the number 20 spot.
My 20 pick, or the person I had at 20, I had Kilo Kai at 20. I think they deserve to be in the top 20. Every time they came, it was a solid performance, showed up, knew their verse, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think they did a great job. It's just, I couldn't put them any higher because it was only 4 episodes, you know what I mean, against other people, but I think they definitely deserve to be in the top 20.
Yeah, I got Kilo Kai just outside the top 20. He's at 22 for me.
Okay.
But I'm going to say for my list, just so y'all have mine, I'm going to go with Chef Token as my true 20. I mean, it's real close. He's like 0.6 better average than Baloo. I kind of gave it to Baloo because he had been in 9 of the 10 episodes. So it really could go either way. But they right there with each other.
Spielberg, do you have
Peace.
a 20 spot?
Yeah. What you laughing at, man?
I
Early.
don't know why it was just so funny how you came on the screen just now. This shit cracked me up. I'm sorry.
He's a wild boy, man. For my 20 spot, I'm gonna put I will put Madam V there at the 20.
Madam V.
Yeah. One of the just looking over the list for me, I think one of the criteria for keeping her there was one, her performance, but 2, I think that's how she performed this year. That's kind of like, I think that's fitting for her spot. Simone J, because I was going by Simone J, Kilo Kai, Moo, Cypher Alexander, Dub T. I would have gave it to Dub T if you'd have been there more. But yeah, I think that's a perfect spot for Madam V.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, she's right there. She's number 20 on the points per Cypher, the total points list, and she's 23 on the points per Cypher list. She participated in 4 episodes, averaged at a 24. I feel like I failed y'all by not having completed my top 20, because it makes it a little difficult for me to rank down there at the bottom.
Well, I mean, if I'm looking at what everybody said currently, we all really right there, because Spielberg said Madam V. I got Madam V at 19. He got her at 20, so that's real close. And had Spicy down there. I had Spicy at 18, so we're kind of real close with different people starting off. And then
I think I have Chef Token considerably higher than y'all, and that may just be because I haven't gotten all the way down to 20. But where I'm at, so far, working top down, he's I don't want to say where he's at, but he ain't at 20. All right. So
Definitely not 20.
it's a bit further up for me. And I hear that some folks don't even have him in the top 20. So we're gonna have an interesting conversation in this 20 area. I don't feel like we're anywhere close to a consensus.
Nah.
So that's why I'm kind of like mad at myself for not being able to have that solidified on my end. I'm still working through it. However, if I was to look in the 20 range, I'm more inclined to be where Spielberg is with Madam V. I probably would have C Spicy a little bit higher.
Definitely.
Got
Spice God.
I got C Spicy higher than y'all got him. I got Chef Token higher than y'all got him.
Who we gonna put there? So who do we have as far as like the differences? Madam, well, me and you got Madam V, right?
Yeah.
I had V at 17. I don't know if that helps or hurts the argument.
Nah, we're just gonna go off 20.
Yeah.
You got it. Who you had at 20, Ant?
Who I got at 20?
Yeah.
Malu.
Well, that's part
Balu.
of the conversation though, because
Are we just doing this individually based, or are we just gonna do it as one? Come to a consensus and make it one.
we gotta come to a consensus.
Yeah. So we gotta. I'm just pitting them against each other.
Right.
So we got Madam V. Ant chose Balu.
I got Chef.
I
You
took
got
Kilo
Chef.
Kai.
Then you got Kilo Kai. Who'd you pick? Ease.
Damn.
Or did you even go?
I did not.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Run it.
I didn't even have to. Man, let me see. Who is out here on the list here?
I had Token higher.
Yeah, I think Token's out of the argument
Yeah, I don't think
right
Token
now. So
should-
it's Kilo.
I don't think Token should be 20.
Yeah, Madam V.
Yeah. Kilo, Kai, Madam V.
I think that's the last two in the argument. The rest of us have like people ranked higher.
Higher. Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, and if I had to choose
If I had to choose between those two, I would put Madam V at
definitely.
the dub.
I'm gonna say Madam V deserves that 20
That 20 spot.
to be in that top 20 conversation.
Yeah.
Just because she is higher than Kilo Kai on both of the charts anyway.
right. Yeah.
Madam V deserves to be in the top 20 conversation.
Yeah. Kilo kind of gave us the same type of his genre there was no elevation in his performances. Some were good, but it was Madam V she at least gave us a moment.
I think Madam V tried herself a little bit
Facts.
Yeah.
more.
I can't even really think back to the specific performances to like speak on it that much from that aspect, but just looking off the numbers, I think and the impact from what I can remember on the season, you know what I'm saying, and her actually, trying more and pushing herself, to go outside of her usual skill set a little bit more. I definitely think that she deserves to be in that top 20 conversation.
Can we all agree?
I think was interesting. So wait, Frank, let me ask you a question. Do you have Madam V at all in the top 20 conversation?
Yeah, she's at 19 for me.
Yeah.
Okay. With
17.
well, okay, boom. Well, okay. So
14.
that means that she's definitely in there.
Yeah.
Hold on one moment. I'm about to be have my solidified numbers. I think we're gonna be able to. I think any objections with what has been said
For Madam V.
with any strong objections to Madam V at number 20.
I think she might be a little bit higher.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. One moment. And if you got her higher, who do you have under her?
For me,
Mhm.
you want me to just give you my whole 15 through 20?
You have her at 15?
I'm at 14.
You have her at 14.
Go ahead and do that. What you got? What you got?
Yeah.
What you got?
All right, 20, I got about 19, C Spicy. 18, Pharaoh. 17, Introverts. 16, Chef Token. 15, Mila Mansa.
So
Interesting.
let me ask you this. And why do you have Madam V above, let's say, Mila Mansa?
I gotta hear that one.
Because Madam V showed an incline over the season. It seems as if Mila Mansa started real strong but lost steam over the course of the season.
But the statistics don't reflect that in comparison.
Well, for me, like I did take the statistics into account, but also
Gotta take the statistics into account.
Well, then if we taking, I don't know. No, I'm saying if we're gonna take statistics, then y'all already got Chef Token too high.
No, we don't, because Chef Token is
like
8 on total points.
On total point rate.
Yeah, but his average is lower.
Yeah, but you gotta balance the two. You're within inside the top 10 on one top 20 ranking. That's and his average still has him.
Nah, he's low.
Yeah, he's not in the top 25
Low.
average.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know how you got Chef Token too high. Chef Token over the span of the season, he ain't there. There's a lot of people who was rapping, bro.
and that's the thing that made it hard. It was a whole lot of people to take into account.
That's also what I was saying. Like, are we taking everything into account? Are we taking in, because if it's more than just how much you scored on a per bar, on a per rap basis, then we got to take into account your attendance level. How many open ciphers did you do after that? Like, so I think this list gets real hard to agree on because we didn't all see the same shows. We didn't, you know what I mean? So I think this is gonna be tough tonight.
If Chef Token would have been even, he might.
But I mean, this is how the conversation goes, though.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make the argument. I just want to make sure we're very consistent with the argument, and I'm only saying it to play devil's advocate. If Ant feels like
Madam V should
Madam
be
V is above Mila, to me that's the same as y'all saying Chef Token is about to be above people for the exact same reason that you said you're questioning his. So to me, that's the inconsistency that I'm bringing up.
I see
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it's one way or the other. Like
Right.
Jeff Token is gonna be higher for the reasons y'all feel cool,
Right.
but I'm gonna have to respect Ants too.
Well, are we making a definitive like top 20 list, or are we just speaking on our
Nah, we making it definitive. I just want to make sure when we're communicating this, because people are gonna be watching it.
I can't
we need to be
communicate.
very
I'm
consistent.
not being able to communicate anything.
It is a big thing to take into account. Another thing with Chef Token is,
Hold on. Let me get this out. I'm gonna ask all 80 of y'all. There's one scenario where the MC is below on both charts. The other scenario, the MC is below on one chart and not the other. So it's not the same situation. When we're talking, that's apples and oranges. There's one situation where
I'm talking about the comparison of Mila Mansa and Madam V.
yes, Mila Mansa is ahead of Madam V on both charts.
Okay.
with me, I guess I'm looking at something bigger than just the statistics.
But the statistic, but you can't lose on both statistics and still be doing better. Especially when you have this, and especially when you have less participation. So Madam has one less cipher and has a lower average and has lower total points. There's no way you did better. Like what other criteria are statistics do trump? But if on one chart you're way higher than the person and then one chart you're way lower, then that's a different kind of conversation. Then we get into there's a more complicated.
Here's, I guess, what I'm looking at. Mila Mansa is generally just a lot higher than she was this season. Like, I was kind of shocked at how she came in over the course of the season. Madam V, I've known V rapping for a long time, and I've seen her do a lot of growing and, just like challenging herself more over the course of the season. Whereas I've seen Mila fall.
Yeah, but that's a personal bias though. That's a personal bias. That's a personal, I feel this way because I know Madam's gone through. And on top of that, Madam V had a perfect attendance last season and put up bigger numbers than she put up. So I'm not going to consider this a better season for her. This is actually a lesser season for her than last season. So, I mean, if we're talking, we have to keep it, we can't penalize Mila for her previous performances. Like the numbers are right there though. Like the numbers, she beat her on both. You can't, there's no real argument that she did better when she lost on both. The statistics matter. But I'm hearing y'all on the Chef Token issue because Chef Token, it's just it just so happens that he's not even in the top 25 when it comes to average. So I mean, that is a valid point, and he could probably drop on my list based on that. But when we talk about if let's just generally say unless there's a big difference in the amount of ciphers participated in, if an MC is above another MC on both of the lists, there's not going to be a whole lot of argument unless we're talking one spot. We're not even talking one spot. We're talking, I don't think Madam, okay, yeah, we're talking 5 spots on the average and 6 spots on the total. There's not enough intangibles that can make up for that.
All right. I hear you. I'm gonna make a couple edits to my list. In the meantime, I'm keeping Madam V at 14 though. Mila may come in higher. Will come in higher. It's just a matter of when.
Well, I think right now we saying she at 20.
Oh, I'm talking about just my personal list, but
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I think the consistency is she is 20. So we moving on to 19.
okay, that's fine.
All right, so we got Madam V at 20 right now. Let's also say, I'll make this, and Nicholas F is now in the building. These things can change. People can get pushed out of those spots.
I was muted, but peace out.
Peace.
You're
F, we have Adam V at 20 right now.
Yep, I saw that. I saw the discussion.
Do you have any objections?
Not right now. I'm still kind of getting myself situated. The filmers just left, so we're doing some planning and scheduling because whatever. So I'm like getting myself situated now to engage.
All right, you good. So with that being said, 19 spot.
I had Mu Cuzzo.
Mukuzzo, 4 episodes total. So we have him.
He made me laugh every time he was up on stage, and he scored pretty decently. I thought 4 episodes. I thought he belonged in the top 20.
Doodoo McFlurry.
Doodoo McFlurries.
Oh, all right.
I definitely see Boo Cuzzo in top 20.
I don't have him in my top 20.
I can't see him being above Baloo or Kilo Kai.
Now look, that's just me saying that, thinking about him, not looking at the stats. So I mean, look at the stats.
Yeah, I wouldn't put Mukuzzo above Baloo.
facts. I would put Baloo at the 19.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I wouldn't put Mukuzzo above Madam V. So
I'm saying Mukuzzo shouldn't be on there at all.
yeah, I don't have him in my top 20 at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's not above Madam V. At this
Oh wow, he is.
point.
How many ciphers did he do?
He
4.
did 4. And he ranked at 23
Okay.
points per cipher. Yeah, I have my top 20. I finally have my top 20. Not, I have them all. I have my 20. I don't know if my order is right, which I'm fine with that. In my 19 spot right now, Baloo.
Yep.
I have Baloo.
Can the church say amen on that one?
Amen.
Yeah.
All right, we good on Baloo?
Yeah.
I mean, if any firm objections, because Eli, you have Baloo where?
I don't have him in my top 20.
Who do you have at your 19?
I had Mu Cuzzo.
Oh, that's right. That's right. My bad.
I mean, I like Baloo, very consistent, always doing a thing, always real personable, always real nice. But I mean, I wasn't impressed by the average comparing them to some of the other ones. I totally took into account being in nine episodes, and that is a tremendous feat. But you said use the stats as a guidepost, so I was using them as a guidepost. I didn't know we was tethered to them so tight. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you want to look at it, just for argument's sake, right? Baloo was in 9 episodes. Mukuzzo was in 4. But when you look at points per cipher, Mukazo is averaging about 3 points more, well, about 2.1 points more per cipher, scoring higher than Balu.
Well, see-
but it's kind of like there's that also just that participation thing. It's like,
But see, the thing is,
5 more episodes. Go ahead.
the thing is, I feel like Mukazo was more consistent than Balu. That's why he has that that the average score is a little bit higher. But as far as the performances, I feel like Balu throughout the season had more moments than Mukazo. He definitely had more bars that we talked about during the recap. You know what I'm saying? Overall, he has had better bars and better lines overall.
And he was drafted higher, way off. He was drafted high often. Now, I mean, we can say whether that's because of for whatever reason, but he was talked about a lot.
But Mukazo, every time he got up there, he was pretty consistent. You know what I'm saying? And he pretty much, you know, rode that same line of scoring that, you know, he got throughout the whole season. That's probably why his you know, his average per episode is higher than Balu's, but Balu progressively got higher scores.
And you know, also I guess to add on to that is we saw Balu make adjustments throughout the season, you know, and changes in his writing. I think with Mukazo, you're gonna get what you get. You know what I'm saying? And it's fire because it is what it is. But Balu definitely has been pushing.
And that last episode, he really showed off.
Yeah,
he did.
He really, you know, he really brought it in that season finale.
And I think a lot of Mukazo's moments was in his earlier performances.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. So I think the general consensus is Balu. And I'm cool with that. So
9 episodes is tough too.
9 episodes, that's almost perfect attendance.
Yeah.
So there's definitely
counts.
It definitely counts for something.
That means you've been doing a lot of writing.
A lot of writing. Definitely because it's easy to get it, you know, I'm not gonna say it's easy, but it's easier to have a higher average when you only less than half of another person's performances.
And you know, that's why I said it's like, dang, 9 to 4. It's like even still like my nigga did more than twice, you know, the episodes. So, like, what do you say?
I'm with that.
Like yo, if you shoot 2 free throws in a basketball game and your average is 100%, you know, but the next nigga go to the free throw line 10 times, you know, and shoot 70, that he score more points even though it's field percent. You know, I get it.
Right. Yeah.
Shout out to stuff, man. Basketball analogies. Away.
So as of now, and like we said before, we've seen these things change drastically as we move up. Some people's names just pop up out the clear blue sky, and it's like, well, shit. The whole conversation changes. People shift. So as of now, we are in consensus generally that Madam V is in number 20 spot. Balu is in number 19 spot. 18. What say you, fellas?
Key speech. No, fuck off.
Well,
Spicy.
I had one in mind, and if this could be a hot take, but I want to keep this in mind when we talk about CO Wave later. This dude only had 2 times to show what he had and showed what he had thoroughly each time. Trap.
Mm.
Well, okay. That brings me to my current 18. Because if we're talking about two performance MCs, then I'm gonna trump your trap with JC, who also had two performances.
Oh, he was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, he was nice.
He came out with the answer.
Yeah. Okay.
And he averaged in those two performances of 27.3.
I would put him there.
No, I didn't see Trap. I don't recall seeing Trap live.
Well, he performed in the season finale.
Okay, yeah.
He was in the season finale and the one before that, and he was on Pharaoh's team for the 5-on-5.
Nick, he had
Nick wasn't at those.
Yeah.
Nick was
I
at
got the
season finale.
finale,
That's right.
but the one before, no.
That's right.
You might have missed him, yeah.
So if we're going two performances, I think, we're looking at he's way higher on the now here's the thing though, you could in your argument though, on the flip side of taking more things into account, we can account for Trap's performances in the 5-on-5.
That's one thing that I was thinking of.
Which does account for more impact.
And see, in making my list, I didn't just account the open. I counted the 5-on-5 too. So there are a couple people that are on here because of their showing in the 5-on-5, in addition to the open cipher. And he's one of them.
And that's that's fair in these conversations. That's definitely fair.
Right. Considering his showings throughout the whole end of the season, I think the Trap deserves a spot on the list.
Yeah, I feel like Trap gave an incline. That's a good, fair argument. I feel like he gave an incline and a precursor to what is to come from Trap, whereas JC appeared early on in the season.
It was gone.
And doesn't have that same staying power for me. So when
like you could even see like the fire in Trap's eyes when he got off stage. Like he ain't done.
So I was gonna ask. So did the ciphers that he was in? Did he win in any of those ones?
Yeah.
Or not ciphers, like the 5-on-5? Was he was on the winning team?
He carried.
Yeah. He beat my team, and then that team just been reigning ever since.
Yeah,
That's right.
I think that counts if you're winning too in the open side, in the 5-on-5s.
Right. And I would venture to say the second one that they won, he had the highlight performance.
Yeah.
And his season finale cipher, he wrote right before he showed up to do it.
That was a moment.
Because somebody
Facts.
held a gun to his head.
I did not. I just told him that if he didn't rap, I was going to lose to Cheats, and I couldn't have that. So I asked him to kind of go into the parking lot and write a rap, and he did. He was very cool.
He did. He memorized all of it. It was strong, and he made the song format work. So, yeah.
Yes, he has a hell of an argument.
I like that.
I'm not opposed to Trap taking the number 8 in place of who I had there.
Who did you have there again?
I had JC.
Yeah.
He was good though. He was real good. I remember he had the dude who had the extra microphone, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, He was.
He was creative, and that's what I like, that he brought different to the stage, a different level of creativity and playing into the moment. You know what I mean? And using the stage in the moment to his advantage. I thought that was smart by him.
That's wish that he hadn't just disappeared.
Yeah. Consistency is key.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I feel like Trap showed at the end of the season that he was going to be a force to be reckoned with coming into the new season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, you know what I mean? And I think like what his first open cipher, he was like right outside of, like he was like everyone went to sudden death, and then it was him right after that, like right outside of that. So he was like in the top 5 or something like that. Yeah, I'm cool with Trap at 18. Any firm disagreements? Cool. 17. I've got Pop Burner.
Same.
Yep.
Pop Burner, 5 episodes, average 4.1.
That's where I got him.
120.5 total points.
His last cipher was fire, son. The last verse on the finale, son.
He killed it.
Pop Burner is so fire to me, yo.
That's the only reason I had him like a couple higher, but I'm not gonna argue with this placement.
Yeah, like just like thinking of like my personal favorites, I personally would have had him higher, not based off points, just preference.
Mm-hmm.
But like what he raps about, how he raps.
So if you had him higher,
I didn't have a spot. I just in my head when I think Pop Burner, I think one of my favorite rappers in the rap league. Not saying that. I'm not saying like he should move him higher. I'm just saying like.
I feel what you're saying. Are we in general consensus for Pop Burner? Any firm disagreements? Anybody have him extremely higher? Anyone not have him in the top 20? I don't see how you could not have him in the top
Pop in the top 20, Kyle. Pop in the top 20.
I guess I could see how you could not have him in the top 20 because he is only 22 on average. He's 16 on total. I could see how it could be.
You don't want to get popped with the burner, so play those games.
So let's see, we have. I mean, here's also where you could, I did say I would potentially move Chef Token around. What's the conversation for people with Chef Token and Pop Burner at 17? Do you have,
so let me ask you
does the consensus have him higher than 17?
Absolutely.
Let me ask you, am I losing? Am I tripping? Is Chef Token prone to choking?
He was.
I don't
remember Pop Burner ever choking.
No, Pop Burner is definitely
Yeah, he did.
That's his problem. That's his problem.
He choked.
If it wasn't for Pop Burner choking,
I would have him way higher.
Maybe, yeah. I get, you know what? I have a couple of his performances kind of like emblazoned in my mind. And
I mean, if you can choke regularly almost and still get a 24.1, there's something to be said for you.
So that means they both kind of choked then.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, his choking was a little different though. Pop Burner kind of wouldn't finish. Pop Burner wasn't really choking.
Pop would start off good always. Yeah. Chef Token has had some bad chokes.
Bad.
Yeah, like he had a couple of bad ones, like bad ones.
Yeah, he had bad ones. Didn't
he pull out the phone?
At one point, yeah. Yeah.
Put out that phone.
He redeemed himself as he went on through this season.
Right.
This was he had to pull himself together.
So let me ask you this real quick in comparison of the two of their highlights, right? So if we're both looking at both of them from the chokes, who had the highest highlight?
Pop Burner.
I think of
I'm gonna say Pop Burner. I'm gonna
Pop Burner, like
Burner had us flipping in a couple episodes.
that's what I'm saying. Like I just feel like he might choke, but he has his potential.
Yeah.
He got the same potential to score just as high as real life. If not like,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. On the season finale, I was kind of like expecting the same old thing, but once he started,
He
I
almost
was
got
up
it
there at
30.
the stage, like, tell him, man, yo, this dude, like, he's showing it.
he pretty much
He's one of those few people in the season finale that was rapping like I finally wanted him to rap.
Yeah. He's
So
another
what y'all-
person that ended the season showing that he's going to be a force if he can keep himself together. I'm cool with putting him above Chef Token, so that we'll put Chef Token in
At 17
spot. Where's everybody feeling about that? Any firm objections to that?
Oh, good.
I have none.
I like that. 17 Token, 16 Burner.
So 16 Pop Burner.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Okay. 15. I have. Let me take a look at this real quick. Make sure. Yes, I have Pharaoh.
I have introverts at 15, Pharaoh.
You know what? That was
Mm.
how I had between the two. But you know what? Considering some other things, I'm gonna go introverse, and I'm gonna put Pharaoh above intro
I was gonna say,
Yeah, Pharaoh above intro.
because of
finale was crazy.
finale was crazy, and he led that same 5-on-5 team. He put that 5-on-5 together, and he was one of the
I'm
best.
actually thinking because he led that team, he was in the 5-on-5 every time. He going hard each time. He didn't win every time, but he went hard every time and came back like, I'm gonna do this.
Right.
And then did it and kept doing it over and over and over again. I actually think I might have put him a little too low.
Yeah, and honestly, I would think Pharaoh might need to go higher than that. If you consider his what's his attendance looking like? What?
No,
Damn near perfect.
Pharaoh top 10. Pharaoh top 10.
Okay, and this, but in
In the open cypher, he had 6 appearances.
But then when you match that with the 5-on-5, how many 5-on-5s was he in?
The only reason he didn't participate in a couple of the opens is because he had the 5-on-5. He was there every episode though.
I'm not sure exactly how many 5-on-5s he was in. I know he won 3.
He was
If
in.
he won 3, then he was in 5.
He was in 5.
Oh, he was on somebody else's team?
Yeah.
He was on the music shop team.
Right.
He was on Noah Page's team, and then he formed a team of his own and won 3 times with that team.
Right.
Yeah, that's something you got to consider.
So yeah, I take back what I said about Pharaoh being at 14. He's higher.
So the introverts will go for 15.
I actually had Trig lower than both of them, but I got them as my next ones after Trig. So I had Trig, then Introverse, then Pharaoh.
I have Trig a little higher because one, Trig had some moments.
Oh my God.
Moments.
Trig made it to sudden death, and Trig had incredible moments in 5-on-5s. He carried a team.
Bro.
3 off the top.
A few months that nigga was on.
3 months in a row.
Yeah.
That faggot line that he said from
Oh my God.
that was crazy.
The 5-on-5 where I had 2 people down. Trig was not supposed to be up there. He looked at me like with this childlike wonder, like, put me up there. put me up there. And I was like, all right, come on. And then he got up there and he ripped everybody on the other team new asshole.
Yeah, Trig is a problem, man.
Trig has some fire moments.
Yeah. So that alone, I'll put Trig higher in here too.
Yeah, I have him. So I'm good with introverts personally at 15.
Yep.
So then that puts Pharaoh at 14. Are we good with just doing it that way?
No.
Okay.
At first I was, but I actually have Pharaoh. I have Pharaoh just ahead of Neil Manson.
I'm gonna go ahead and say number 14. Stick the Scribe just for attendance sake. And the moment.
Attendance sake. He didn't have great attendance.
That's what I'm saying. He only was in the open cipher twice.
Right.
And he didn't pop back up until the end of the season when he was asked to do the 5-on-5.
And he only did 2 of those.
Right.
Moment or no moment, I don't have him in my top 20.
Nah.
Because here's the thing. Here's my argument for putting him where he was. We were just talking about how Trig had crazy moments.
Mm-hmm.
Stick the Scribe was the one dude that kind of like revealed, I know what you're doing. And kind of like shocked everybody, threw Trig off his game a little bit. Not that I wanted to see that happen, but he figured Trig out and had the best verse in that 5-on-5 that night.
I wouldn't give him the credit of figuring Trig out. Trig was freestyling, and the thing about Trig is that you either gonna get magic or you're gonna get dust. And there's only but so long that you're gonna get magic like that. It had to run out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't credit that to anyone other than Trig himself. It's one of those things where I've seen it go a number of ways with Trig when he doesn't prepare, right?
Mm-hmm.
He just has the capability of trapping lightning in a bottle. And we got to see that special occurrence on a few episodes.
I heard.
And enough to have legendary moments, but that was not sustainable for a long period.
Exactly.
So
I heard, but I will say that I do want to see Stick more in the next season.
Definitely want to see Stick the Scribe more in the next season.
Because he's proven that he's got some.
What he was doing in the group cipher, I would like to see him do in the open. That's
precisely
same thing I said about Pharaoh. It was like something there was like a switch flipped for them in the 5-on-5 that they weren't seeming to be able to flip that same switch in the open cipher. That's just, my opinion on that part of it.
Yeah, I think Stick the Scribe was rapping. He was rapping in his 2 open ciphers. It was just only 2.
He was rapping.
Yeah,
but not like that 5-on-5 moment.
Yeah, but that 5-on-5 gives me like 30s, and I'm saying he was rapping at a 27. Is what I'm saying. I'm saying
you're right. You're right. You're 100% right.
It's just that when he got to the 5-on-5, he took it up a whole nother level. But he in the open cipher, it won't like he was snapping in the 2 that he was in.
Definitely. 26.3 average is nothing to shake his stick at.
No pun intended.
Good God. Didn't mean it.
Yeah, I'd like to see Stick in there, but I understand if he's not.
Yeah.
I don't have a bunch of 2s on mine, so.
Yeah, I don't have any other 2s.
I got Kilroy.
I have one other. I have Kilroy up.
I got Kilroy.
Yeah, I was about to say Kilroy's the only other 2 that I have.
Yeah.
So with that being said, how are y'all feeling about Mila Mansa at 14?
14. I like that.
Yeah, that makes sense with mine too.
I had her at 15.
I had her at 12.
12. So who do you have below her?
Dub T and Pharaoh.
I don't have Dub T in my top 20.
Yeah, I'm Dub T at 12 too.
And I could be wrong for that.
How you give my man's a 10 this season and not put him in your top 20?
Yeah, he got a 26.5.
He got a 26.5.
You ask my opinion, Dub T is definitely one of the top 20 best rappers in rap league.
That's a fact.
I had him.
Absolutely.
That's 100% fact.
That's all.
That might have been my hastiness.
Yeah, we're just looking at.
But
Yeah, it was just a two.
Like we could look at
That's
stats and all of
seasons.
that, but like we're just looking at the statement. Dub T is definitely one of the top 20 rappers in rap league.
no, you can't. For season 5,
Yes.
I'm just talking about ability, but
we're not going to talk about it. We're not talking about ability.
okay.
But his average is 26.5. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. So, but now we have to start putting it in scale though, because the rest of the people that I have are Islam Rap God, are C Spicy, our Kilroy G, our Trig, our 804 Rel, our Jason, our Kello, our Key Speech, and then we got the champions. So out of the names that I've just said,
But if you ask me, I think Dub T is a better rapper than C Spicy.
I was about to say I had C Spicy low.
Without a doubt.
And then like Kilroy G only did what, 2 episodes?
Yeah, but
Kilroy G is
Kilroy went-
He went bananas.
Kilroy G went to sudden death.
And he went-
Kilroy goes Kilroy.
Kilroy
Yeah, he's
did Kilroy.
It's the sudden death, though. It's the sudden death. Once again, I wouldn't get into like, oh, he rap, he's Kilroy or he raps really well.
Right.
I'm just saying we have to go by achievements. And
yeah.
scoring sudden death out of 2 episodes, most of these people in the top 20 that we're talking about never smelled a sudden death.
Well, see, this is my thing. I wasn't comparing or mentioning Dub T with Kilroy. I'm mentioning Dub T with your call on C Spicy, but C Spicy did 9 episodes.
See, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So we're not going to just say, oh, he's a better rapper. Yeah, sure he is. But C Spicy made a name for himself this season.
He really did.
Yeah.
No fucking.
He became a rap elite household name.
He really did.
5-on-5s. He won. He's in the winning 5-on-5s.
It really did just occur to me that C Spicy is not on the list yet. That's crazy.
I have him higher.
Yeah, we got him higher, bro.
I got him higher.
Yeah.
I have him at 11.
Spice God is higher.
I have,
Spice God.
Spice God is at 11.
All Spice.
So what we
Yeah,
might
let's
be
go.
doing, depending on how many people are left, is we might be bumping somebody out potentially.
Yeah,
we always do it.
This is how it happens.
That's how it goes. That's
how we do it.
Because my thing is,
That's
if we're gonna have Trap P on here, you have to have Dub T.
Can't call him Trap P. His name is
All right, Trap.
Trap.
Trap on here, you got to have Dub T.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's fair, right?
Oh yeah.
That is.
but once Dub T
So,
has
but that
3
means
people-
Balu and Madam are actually the ones at risk, not Trap.
That's
Correct. That is correct.
Yeah.
That is
That's
correct.
Yeah, it's
That's
always
correct.
the person at the bottom who's at the most risk.
It's
The one
always.
that's at risk. Before we talk about anybody else, the question
No. I was saying that to put him in. I'm
Right.
saying it should
Right.
be hands down that he's on the list.
So with that said, Dub T did this to someone last year.
He did.
Yeah.
He sure
I
did.
gotta stop forgetting
Yeah.
about Dub T, man. Stop playing, man.
He did
He
that.
sure did.
He did that to Will Young. I think it was Will
Yeah, I
Young.
think it was
Yeah.
Will.
Right.
Yeah.
That's correct.
I need to stop
But Dub
playing
T
with
at
Dub T
15?
name.
Dub T.
Nah,
The thing about, for me, the issue with Dub T is that he only has 3 episodes.
That was my issue.
That's the issue.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only issue.
But he
But
wasn't a 5-on-5.
When he was talking about them algorithms too.
He was
and he
firing them
showed-
choices.
he choked in the one side 5-on-5 he was in. So that's
Yeah,
not a
that
good.
made me disappointed. Even though I heard his verse beforehand, it disappointed me that he choked, and that kind of like brought him down for me a little bit. But he's still a little bit higher.
So the question is, Dub T or Madam V?
Well,
Hold on, we putting him lower.
Who?
We putting
Dub T is in, Madam V gets
averages-
bumped off.
we putting Dub T lower. Like
I'm not saying I'm
No.
saying we can go up if y'all want
Let's
to.
look at it like this.
Because I didn't have.
I was like, look at it like this. Madam V did 4 episodes. Dub T did 3. But Dub T averages 2.5%
Higher.
2.5 points higher per cipher than
All right.
Madam V does.
So Madam V is out.
Don't have her
I
Madam
just
V.
don't have him lower than Trap.
Yeah.
I don't see how.
So that's what I'm saying. We can do that. So that's one at a time. So we boom. So now Madam V is out. The question is Dub T over Balu?
Yes. If Trap is, yes, because he's over Trap.
Yeah.
To me,
Is he over Trap to everyone?
I would say so. Who's right above Pop Burner?
Because I don't have him over Trap because of Trap's 5-on-5 performances. I don't have him over Trap.
I got you. Okay.
I told you I didn't have him in my top 20 at all at first.
But
But
what you're saying is it would be Balu 20, Dub T 19.
if y'all have Dub T over Balu, because
And then Trap.
Balu still has 9 episodes
Mm,
to Dub T's 3.
facts.
Oh, you can't even argue that. Well, you could, but
I don't know, man. I ain't trying to do no participation trophy just
yeah,
because
I was
of
about
that.
to say you could.
Not
Yeah,
gonna do
no,
that.
because
You argue.
Balu's average is 20.9.
Yeah.
So that's a 6-point difference. That's a big
Yeah,
difference.
come on, yo.
Huge difference.
Right. This is a conversation though. It's a conversation.
So I say instead of all right, who's above Pop Burner right now? Introverse?
Introverse and Miller right now. Well, we're not settled on Miller just yet.
Let's settle on
Let's
where
say-
I say that we keep going up and put
Yeah, do we put Dub T
I
in
don't
this?
have Dub T above Trap. We're gonna argue about that.
Nah, listen to what I'm saying. I got the list right here. Number 20 is Balu.
Yeah.
Right now, we got Dub T at 19 and Trap at 18 for the reasons Radio was saying. They kind of close, but then Trap was balling out in the 5-on-5. So that's why he would edge Trap over Dub T. I'm okay with that. That's a reasonable argument.
5-on-5 is good.
Then you got 17.
Mhm.
17 is Chef Token. 16 is Pop Burner. And 15 is Introverse. And then we were on 14 talking about Miller. So we can get back to that.
Yeah, and that should just went left after that.
I have Miller right above Introverse too.
I'm cool with that part.
Okay.
So I mean, technically, we would be going to 13 at this point. To who
And
we
I
have
have-
at 13.
And I have Pharaoh at 13.
And because my list is revising, Farrell's at 13 on mine as well.
I have Pharaoh at 13 also.
Hey, survey says that's it.
Oh,
So we put Mila at 14.
Mila's at 14.
Yeah.
Pharaoh's at 13.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I like that.
Nick's getting the brakes beat off their ass. bro.
Bruh. Facts. Oh my God.
I got at 12 Islam Rap God.
Same.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess if I'm revising mine, yep,
I'm
Islam.
good with that.
Because I had him at 11, but I know who that's gonna switch with. So yeah, I'm cool with that.
Any firm objections?
Nah, I like that position. Pause.
Oh,
Pause. I caught that quick. Caught that fast.
Christ,
Wait a minute. All right, I'm off.
Christ Almighty.
All right. Number 11.
That's Trig and 11.
Number 11.
Stranger Things.
Oh, you got Trig? I've got C Spicy.
Oh God.
I've got C Spicy at 10.
Spice God.
What we talking about? 11.
Yes, I got Trig.
Anybody agree with Trig? Anybody agree with C Spicy? What we
You
doing?
got Spicy above.
I got
Islam
Spicy
Rap
then
God?
Trig. If we're gonna do that, I would have Spicy.
Hold on. You got Spicy above Islam Rap God?
I do.
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
do. I mean, Islam
For what
Rap
reason?
God has 5 episodes, 25.7. C Spicy.
We'll see who the real winner is Sunday.
Oh,
Oh shit, they do go against each other.
Shameless plug.
That's crazy.
they will be battling it out.
I can't wait for
Oh,
that.
that's crazy.
I think
Go
I
buy that
think,
lined up.
Donkey.
I think
I
it
think
should
this
be-
is an argument. I think C Spicy and Islam Rap God's spots is very arguable considering Islam Rap God's points per cipher is so significantly higher than C Spicy, but C Spicy has 4 more episodes, but also C Spicy has the 5-on-5.
C Spicy was
And-
wilding.
and C Spicy's had people coming in the
I was
building.
gonna say that's what I was gonna say too.
Yeah.
He has won
Yeah.
almost every ticket sale contest.
Yeah, he had some in tandem.
Motherfucking endorsed by
Except for one. He won every single one.
Yeah.
And when we was having the drafts in person, he was at every single one of those too. Ready to perform, ready to grab the mic. Like,
Yo, he's
he's honestly an asset to this whole thing.
Been an asset. He's made himself a rapidly. Islam Rap God has also made himself a rapper.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
That is.
That is true.
Let's not both of them.
Imagine, you know,
That's one of the things that makes that battle so interesting is that everybody is familiar with who those guys are because of what they've done this season. They've made themselves characters, staples in the new age rap elite culture.
The Islam rap
No,
guy
but
just has that voice and that presence. Like when he gets on that stage, like everybody shut the fuck up.
When we get this close though with somebody like this, I mean, it's still about rapping.
That's what
And if I gotta talk about
Progress.
rapping, I'm gonna have to put Islam.
Yo, that's a good
That's
point.
exactly
That's
what I
a
was
great
gonna
point.
go.
Yeah,
Like I know
Absolutely.
we
Great
getting
point.
into the
Absolutely.
we getting
Right.
into the
Go into
nuance, but
all
when
of that
it's this
stuff.
nuance, like you just gotta go.
Yeah, when you start
And
hitting
he's had cleaner performances.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
when you start splitting hairs, you just add you. It's
You
rap.
gotta go with rap.
We gotta go down to the. We gotta boil down to the elite rapper.
I
So
agree.
C Spicy above Pharaoh.
So C Spicy would be 12, and then Islam would be 11.
The only difference that I would say that makes it not a hair splitting thing is C Spicy's performances in the 5-on-5, specifically the last one.
Because like he was not only rapping, he was an MC,
He
a
is
mic controller. Like he had the stage. Like
Yeah.
it was bigger than just the lyrics for him. He had the whole like MC package going on up there. I had never seen that in him before. It makes me anticipate what he's doing next season too.
Yeah. That's different.
I mean, for them to both be right outside the top 10, if that's what we're saying, I mean, we don't need to argue about 11 and 12 necessarily.
Nah, for real.
And C Spicy and then
We
it's
can
like
put
rapping
Spicy
out
at
above it.
11. We can put
Yeah,
Spicy.
I'm gonna go Spicy at 11 for me. I'm gonna go
Spicy at 11.
Spicy at 11 for me.
That's a difficult one right there.
I say that if we talking about raps, C Spicy in the open cipher had lines
Yeah.
that made me go crazy. That Rubik's Cube line he said about key speech,
Yeah, that was
Yes.
fucking wild, bro. Oh my God.
crazy.
That joint was so crazy.
in the midst of the fast flows, like he
Oh.
did have those. He had those.
I think all we really saying is that we wish that he would rap in the open like he did in the 5-on-5, which can be said about a lot of people, has been said about a few people so far.
But he had moments in the open.
Oh, yeah, he did.
His speech was in the open.
I think what we
Oh,
also I think what we
But-
also get caught up in is he grew a lot. So what happened?
my-
is we looking
I
at
have
his
him as
average-
most improved.
We're looking at his average from when he started at the beginning, but Spicy grew a lot through this season. So by the time you start getting to the end, and he over here, he like, I'm a rapping the open cipher and the 5-on-5 because he was in it at that point. He ready to go.
And now look at him battling and shit. Like
He was
Okay.
middling up until episode 6, and then 7 through 10, he just went.
Spice God.
Spicy's at the right spot, yo. Spicy got to be right there.
Yeah, Spicy. So Islam Rap God number 12, C Spicy number 11. We have now
Into that top 10.
entered the top 10,
We need
and
a sound effect for when we enter the top 10.
we do, man. I feel bad that we don't have one.
At the flex.
We will up
Flex
our
bars,
we're
man.
gonna up our production game next season. We're doing that. We're upping our production game all across the board next season. I promise you that. So who just let one rip? That was awful.
It's probably Nick, yo. You know Nick.
Yeah.
It actually made a song. This time it actually was me.
Number 10. I think this is gonna be debated. I have Kilroy G.
So do I.
I like that.
I got Kilroy G. I think if we're gonna get out of two rap MCs, two performance MCs, there's no other person that's gonna be below him in the top 10, because the only other person would be Trig, but Trig also went to sudden death and had way more moments than Kilroy G in this season.
I was gonna argue that, but I have to give Trig right above Kilroy G as well for that.
Same. I have Trig at 9.
Definitely Trig higher. So what
You got
about
Trig higher than mine?
what would whatchamacallit go, man? Did we do Rail? 804 Rail?
I have him I have him at 8.
I feel like I got somebody on my list that ain't nobody got on their list, and y'all gonna be tripping.
I feel like
Because
I'm the
it's
same way.
standing. Because now that we up here in this top 10, it is standing out to me like a sore thumb. I'm like, dang, do we got enough spaces? Might be bumping somebody else out. Does anybody-
This is why I love this. I
does
love
anybody-
this conversation.
does
Every day.
anybody
Right.
have- Hey, listen, I just need to know.
Come on.
Anybody have Jason?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
7.
Okay,
Yeah,
word. Okay.
7, yeah.
I just want to make sure my
Yeah.
man don't get left off.
Nah,
You sudden death, of course he's on
We
there.
got the sudden death. We got
Yeah.
20.8
Hoodie Jason all day.
episodes.
All right, word.
Hoodie Jason all day.
The only reason I didn't have Jason as like the most improved over the season is because he came into this season smoking.
Yeah, nah, he
Yeah.
was
Yeah, he was in there last season. Like his most improved was last season. That's behind him. Like he just came in like full steam again this season. The hoodie
All right,
Jason.
so we good on Kilroy. We good on Trig.
Greg is 9.
9.
All right.
804 Rail, I have at 8.
Yep.
I like that spot.
Yep.
All right.
Man, it seemed like
I know.
Somebody gotta
is
go.
there not-
Like,
And
Somebody
I
leaving.
feel like inching closer towards somebody getting bumped.
Somebody get him
Somebody
bumped.
about to get bumped.
Yo, who are we forgetting? All right, cool.
Because
Keep going.
it lined up perfect for me. So
Oh.
Jason, 7. I have
Who did you say we have for 8? Oh, 804 Rail.
804 Rail at 8. This is going to be a great album. A very interesting album so far.
I'm about to throw in like 4 to 12 beats for this thing.
Yeah, please do.
So then you got Jason.
I got Jason at 7.
Mm-hmm.
I have Kello at 6.
I have Kello at 6.
Gallo at 6.
I like that.
Any objections?
Nah.
I got Key
Nah.
Speech at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's 6.
Yeah, see that? Yeah, we bumping somebody
Key
else.
Speech at
That's
5.
right to me, yo.
I knew it.
I don't
Somebody
know
gotta
if
get bumped
Kello
out.
sound like a top 6. I think Kello might be top 5. Like, go ahead with it. Go finish the list.
I mean, that's a question. Do you
No,
have
that's a
him
question.
higher than Key Speech?
Yeah.
It's already, you got to bump somebody out because the top 5
Oh.
got to be Trey, Wanski, CO Wave, Real Life, and Vintage in some order. That's the
Yeah.
top 5.
That's the top 5, right? So we dealing with.
So Key Speech can't be 5. Key Speech.
Oh
gotta-
wait.
It's
I fucked
crazy.
up.
Yeah, well, see, this is the thing. Yeah, like,
Oh wow.
Well, I hate to do this. Baloo gotta go because we ain't got no room for real life.
That's right. I fucked up.
It's all good. It happens like
I
that
had
every
Trey
year.
without a number beside him. So everybody else went.
It's all good. We keep
Yeah,
going.
we just got to bump. We got to bump Baloo out, yo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Baloo's
Baloo can
out.
get bumped.
Baloo's out. Yeah.
fuck with you, though, Balu. You had some crazy lines this year.
You
Yeah,
did.
man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Baloo, man. This always happens.
It always
Every time.
happens, bro. Every time.
So
We miss somebody.
So we bringing real life in
So
to
we
bump
arguing
out.
about we not arguing about Key Speech and Kello. I feel like Key Speech is well above Kello just because of activity. I mean, they both
And in real life
Key Speech was
above
going
Key Speech
off at the beginning
because
of
he
the year.
won one.
huh?
I'd say, and in real life, it's above Key Speech because he won one.
I got CO Wave at 5, but yeah.
CO Wave is the first dude to get 230s in a night.
yeah, I got CO Wave at 5. I think I could see how somebody could argue the 4 or 5 spot for CO Wave, but I have him at 5.
I have him at 4.
I just can't see. I can't put Real Life no lower than 3rd with being at every single episode and always rapping at a high level. That's just
Yeah.
I can't put him. I can only put him under one.
Well, I'd say like CO
Now
Wave.
here's the thing: I have Vintage at 3.
And there's an argument there. So
Here's the thing about
there's a big
CO Wave
argument
though.
there.
I
CO
thought it
Wave
was
did not
like-
know about it until he came in after being asked about somebody else. So technically, we can't like blame the attendance
about-
on him.
It ain't about
now-
blame.
Well, hold on. Now,
Nah, it ain't about blame.
But listen, if we want to start weighing things, if we're talking between Vintage and Real Life, or even just for Real Life, he also had a couple battles too. You know what I'm saying? Thrown in amongst all of that.
I will not weigh the battles because I only will weigh the battles if they occurred on the Rap Elite stage.
One of them did. His
Yeah.
joint
They did.
against,
One of them did.
Rob Alou.
That's right.
And that was his first battle ever, and he
And he
won it.
won it.
And I think he did the cipher at that same night, right?
He
Yeah,
did.
he did.
He did.
One case, yeah.
So
That's
that
top
might
3.
that could be the only thing that
That's
edges
top
him
3.
for Vintage for me because Vintage got 4 fucking sudden deaths out of 7.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm looking at
Good
that.
God, bro.
Yeah.
Good God. 4
Nah.
out of 7 sudden deaths and a hoodie.
Say that again now.
Nah, you gotta put Vintage 3rd.
Vintage has 4 sudden deaths.
You got 4 sudden deaths, yo.
Buffalo Bill Jones.
Yeah.
And then
Terrell's 1.
Yeah, look, Vintage is the logo. All right. We know Vintage is the logo.
Already.
if he ain't in the top 3 on any given
And
season, something
point for
happened.
cipher, he edges out.
Right.
But then it's like real with like perfect attendance plus the battles.
Nah, you gotta. Here's the other thing we keep forgetting about Vintage is the 5-on-5.
Oh
He
yeah.
was in every single
damn near
one.
everyone.
And
Yeah, Vintage is
Yeah.
3rd, yo.
yo,
Yeah,
I
he
would
gotta
feel like
be.
an asshole to have not thought about that. Yeah.
Yeah, Vintage was in every single one. Trey
Yeah,
was in.
yo.
That's right.
I want to say
bro.
Trey was in all except one.
Easily 3rd.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not even. There's no argument there for him to be
Yeah,
3rd.
you're right. That is-
Damn. Wow.
And then to me, CO Wave just doesn't have enough to be above Rail at that point.
No,
Rail,
not at all.
at that point, Rail did too much.
But
So
definitely top 5.
that's top 5.
Definitely top 5. He's the number 5.
Wow.
It's interesting how those things round out like that.
Yeah.
Very.
And see the top 2, like
Well,
Trey, because he's the MVP. But me personally, looking at the top 2, it's just because he's an incredible rapper. Like Trey was just like all season. But you had Wansky, who like started off real strong and even like went up a little bit towards the end of the season.
Yeah,
That's what makes it difficult.
I think if you let Wansky tell it, this is all Ease's fault.
Well, let me ask this question. And this is just for conversation, does the MVP have to hold that number 1 spot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, that's what makes it difficult. Like if he didn't have to hold that
wins.
spot, I think that Wansky could be in contention.
Because,
That's what a number 1 spot is.
Yeah, it's most wins.
Yeah. I wonder though. Let's just have a question. Let's just ask a question real quick. And I have no answer for this question. It's this question: who had the more impactful moment? This is just in the open cipher, because we gotta think Trey did battling as well, right? So, but just in open cipher, who do you think probably rocked the room more?
Wansky.
I would venture that Wansky had probably some of the more pivotal verses. But
Trey put up more 30s.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna say. Look. I'm not even gonna try and discredit Trey having first, right? Because there's like the battles, there's the open side, there's the 5-on-5s,
there's the wins,
like all of them.
Like Trey is incredible. There's no denying.
I'm just asking the question in the open cipher strictly. Who do we? Because they both put up incredible verses this season.
Yeah,
who do you
Wansky
think might have had the more impactful verses in the open cipher solely? I think
Wansky had more memorable verses.
That's it.
But Trey was consistently better. That's if we're just talking open cipher. Wansky had the more memorable verses, but Trey was more consistently better.
Can we just call them 1A and 1B?
I mean, you can't, because Trey had 5 wins to 2.
Right.
Yeah. About 1 and 1.5.
You have to look at
that's not even close.
No, his open cipher moments though were insane. Especially those first ones. Not open cipher, my bad. 5-on-5 moments were insane, especially those first ones.
How about 1 on paper and 1 in our hearts?
Yeah, I feel that. Because Wansky definitely had the most memorable verses. Like it's because he constructed them to be moments.
I was about to say that. You know what I was going to say? Because he made statements with them. And that's the difference. Like Trey rapped at a high level and higher level than everybody else the whole season. But Wansky made statements that kind of have remnants that kind of like last and like burn a little bit longer after the fact. That's just something to think about in terms of just execution as an artist. It's a takeaway. You know what I mean? Like there's that thing where it's like something has a lasting impact.
Like Ease.
So even though it's not listed as number 1, he had verses that had a lasting impact. So
100%.
Like Ease, you my guy now. I love you, bro. I heard a lot of people mad about your scoring. And Wansky was the first person to get up there and say something about it, and everybody remembered that joint.
He wasn't the first person to say something about it. He was just the first person that made people pay attention to it. True. And then on the season finale, like the whole themed wrap up and how like well put together that whole thing was. We remember that verse. He had verses to remember.
And that's, I think, what stood out to me a little more than Trey. Like Trey's most memorable verses were in the 5-on-5, which I guess is another reason to give Trey the number one. But
I don't know if I would say that. I don't know if I would say his most memorable verses were in the 5-on-5. I felt like he rapped as consistently. I think what was impressive for me with Trey was that he rapped as consistently in the open cipher as he did in the 5-on-5. It was almost like for him, there was no difference between the two. Like, which was kind of scary because it was like, yo, you just got done.
He only has one mode in his go mode, man.
He's a robot.
Go mode.
He just go. Like that nigga just goes, man.
I don't understand.
Crazy.
Really what happened, I think, is, you know, and this is the same thing that happened with Mila Mansa last year. And anybody who's on, you just got to pay attention to come correct every episode, because once you let someone catch fire like early, see, now you're trying to catch up to Trey. So what happens is somebody like a Wansky who was right there, it was kind of like right behind Trey, already having a head start. And then Wansky is just trying to battle to get back in there. But then Vintage comes back. You know what I'm saying? And then he goes crazy.
He gets interesting.
Yo, Wave comes out of nowhere. We don't see him coming. You know what I'm saying? So
and then Key Speech is always knocking right at the door, whether or not he's won one.
And
he's always just like right behind everybody.
It still kills me that Key Speech still does not have a hoodie. That is
The
just
facts,
get
bro.
one
It's
next season.
wild to me.
It's just crazy, like the episodes that he was.
He's like the Charles Barkley of fucking rap league right now.
Yeah.
Facts.
Oh, see, Prize, like I'm looking at the comment section, and Prize said it best. Trey be rapping to you. Wansky be talking to you. That's the best way to put it. Thank you for that, Prize.
Yeah.
Great knowledge.
That's a fact. All right, so we have some superlatives, and then I'm gonna read off the top. Well, all right, let me read. I'm gonna read from 1 to 20, and then we'll get these superlatives out. Number 1, our MVP, Trey Authentic. Number 2, Dr. Wansky. Number 3, Vintage A. Number 4, Rel Life. Number 5, CO Wave. Number 6, Key Speech. Number 7, Hello. Number 8, Jason. Number 9, 804 Rel. Number 10, Trig. Number 11, Kilroy G. Number 12, C Spicy. Number 13, Islam Rap God. Number 14, Pharaoh. Number 15, Mila Mansa. Number 16, Introverse. Number 17, Pop Burner. Number 18, Chef Token. Number 19, Trap. Number 20, Dub T.
Shout out to Balu and Madam. We didn't want to see
I can't wait to arrange that album. I cannot wait to arrange that album. I am confident.
How about this though? How about it's dope that Dub lands on the 20 spot?
That's a I think that too, bro.
Wait, where did he land last year?
he was a little bit higher, but
last year.
He was the bump out still though.
But the Dub is the Dub, yo.
That's because he had more episodes, so
Yeah, he was higher.
That's gonna be a crazy album, yo.
I can't wait.
ooh, like a hey, bro, yeah, that's gonna be I can see.
Yo, radio, tell me when to go.
Crazy, bro.
I'm visioning a pairing that you might put together too.
Wow.
He was
There's
18 last year.
A lot to do there.
Yo,
It's
radio,
a lot to do there.
can I ask a favor?
Yes, sir.
Can I put together 1, 2, or 3 pairing, whatever?
I'll call you in. We'll have a powwow.
Because I got a couple ideas.
Yeah, we'll have a powwow.
Yo, that shit could be crazy.
There could be some pretty crazy posse cuts in there.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Even song pairing.
And
Amen.
you know what is interesting? Are there any 5-on-5 teams that are completely in the top 20?
No.
Mm.
Wait,
Yeah, I was about to say, hold on.
Hello,
If there was-
Trey Authentic, Vintage A,
Yeah,
804 Rail.
804 Rail was on that team.
yeah.
yeah, like that could be a crazy little
Ah,
posse.
that's them because the only person who not
Well,
on
okay. Well, let
was
me
Nat
say this.
Digger.
That Digger's the only one.
That digger. The other thing though is that was one of the things that that Pharaoh's team 5-on-5 they're gonna get their own song.
Mhm.
So that was what they won by beating Team Skinny in the finale. So
Right.
they are gonna have their own song anyway.
Nice.
That Quiet Boy is gonna produce.
But the
Yeah,
reason
Trey, Vintage, Trig, and Keith Speech.
Hey, put the
Well,
top
on one of
5 on
mine,
one
but-
song, bro.
I would say it would have been dope if you could if a 5-on-5 could have been on the tape if there were two teams that happened to fall into the top 20 and do
Well,
a 5-on-5.
I had a handicap once.
But like if you think but you remember like Flip Mode Squad versus Def Squad?
Yeah.
That's my first album. Like shit like that is hard. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Crazy.
I did have one where one person didn't make it, and it was Trey, Vintage, Keith Speech,
That's a crazy line.
and was it Trig? Was that the one where Trig came in off the highway, spit his verse, and went right home?
I think you were supposed to have Habib, maybe.
Yeah,
I think so. It's Habib.
yeah. Habib was
Might
the
just be
one that
something
was
to
out.
look at. Might be something to look at doing because like think about
Also,
Like
Corey
this.
Ja will be on this album.
Who?
Korja. Yeah.
Corey Ja will also be on this album.
Nice.
And the MVPs from previous season have the ability to be on this album. So Trademark, obviously, Basic is not in the on the coast.
And don't do them like that, man.
But we may see if he could fly us in something.
Yeah,
Possibility,
Maybe
yeah,
possibly.
MVP, we gotta at least give him that option.
And you
at least.
yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. All right, so we did that. Most improved MC.
See Spicy.
Spice Guard all day.
I've got Chef Token.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
But I think the Chef Token would have to
I like
Because
like-
do it more
Because
consistently.
if we're saying most improved, are you saying from the beginning of a season? I'm saying from previous seasons because that's really
okay.
what that's kind of what
No,
a
you
most,
can't do
I
that.
was just saying over the course of this season.
that's
Yeah, I
not-
thought you were talking about this
most
season.
improved has always been that. Most
Okay.
improved has always been who
Most
improved.
improved from another
From-
season.
Yeah,
Has it?
I would think
I had in this season.
because that's
alone.
what rookies. Because you have rookies and then you have most improved. It's not based on most improved from the beginning of the season to the end. Most improved has just been most improved MC.
Damn.
But if you can't count people's scores and their performance from last year in a good way, you can't count. You know what I'm saying?
But,
Like,
then
I would
but
think
that would be like saying if you're saying no, when we're talking about superlatives, it's a little different because
Oh,
just like there has to be carryover because why would we even have anything called rookies if there was not ever a consideration of being in previous seasons? So like that
No, you
what
can't.
separates.
Nah, you only a rookie because it's your first season. What are you talking
In the
about?
Dynasty League, cuz.
But what I'm saying is a most improved. If in the NBA, if you're a most improved player, it's not from the beginning of the season to the end. It's from last season to this season.
okay, so all right, I see that.
That makes sense,
That
but
makes
not
sense when you do
seasons.
NBA.
Then just make it season 4 to season 5.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
You're
say
not gonna
because
say season 3 to season 5.
that's what I was
I'm
gonna say.
saying
How
season
far back
four,
do we go
season
on
five.
that? Are
I'm
there
not-
parameters on that? One season.
One season.
Yeah.
One season. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, yeah.
What
I
because what
I can get with that.
you got the
Even
stats
though-
from season 4.
even-
What do you have Chef Token as?
Yeah, I would say I guess that does That does make sense, but what it does, though,
I still think Spicy made a bigger jump in one season, though.
I agree.
That's what I was going to say was it kind of puts it in a position to where that, like, say you have a person who had like great attendance for one season, but this was their debut season, and they made great changes over the course of that season, right? But they didn't have a previous season to base their improvements off of.
I'm not saying
that situation.
I'm not saying that my criteria eliminates C Spicy from the conversation. Let me be clear on that. So, right. If the consensus is that C Spicy is most improved based on his improvements throughout this season, I'm cool with that. I'm just saying I don't want to say we can't consider that previous season and the improvement from one season to the next. I think that's an important distinction that MC should be able to make.
That's true. I mean, you think it's like a month off, right? Technically. So in terms of like from
right, because it could be a carryover situation.
Yeah. So it's like yeah, I'd say like if we set a parameter that when we're looking at that, it's just like one season back, we don't go any further than that.
Yeah, I only got caught up on when I heard multiple seasons. That was like, nah, we can't be going back.
No. Just from one to the next.
Yeah, one to the next makes sense.
Like, yo, you remember when we was at Champion Brewery? Nah,
right, yeah, we're not doing that.
I'm dead.
That's the case.
Nah, I mean, Chef Token was like in the 14, 15s last year. And then he climbed up to 25. But I mean, even Spicy was in the first time Spicy got on, he was a 16. And Spicy has the highest, like his one performance that he did the best is still higher than what any that we've given Chef, I think.
And people are confident enough in his skills to have him battle.
Chef scores have been, his highest score this season was a 25.5. C Spicy has gotten a 26.
Spice God.
And to me, they kind of started off kind of like right at that same level at the beginning of this year. So I mean, I don't know. I just feel like Spicy did a dramatic jump to me from who I saw at the beginning of the year.
I mean, I would say the same thing for Chef Token. You're talking about a person that had choked so badly they pulled their phone out to ending the season where they ended the season at. So I think it's a very close conversation when we talk about most improved between the two of those MCs. I guess we can put it to vote.
All in favor of C Spicy, raise your hand.
We can't see Nick.
Or if you Nick, say aye.
I'm debating if I should be voting on this one.
Well, I think regardless, there was at least 4 hands that went up. So we're gonna go C Spicy.
Spice God.
Spice God.
C Spicy.
Let's go.
Why did y'all even vote if y'all was in unanimous decision?
No, it's 4 out of 7. It's 4 out of 7. Nick forfeited his vote. So, all right.
But just know that the forfeit, so don't play with me. Feel me?
Rookie of the year, I think it's pretty clear.
C.O. Wade.
C.O. Wade.
Yeah, straight up.
Do we have any other superlatives that are very that are distinct?
You know what?
No obscure.
Best
I have one. No, I have one. So, we always call vintage the logo. Could the logo be a seasonal thing handed out at the end, like the logo for the season?
Dang, you trying to take my man's title?
No, I'm not trying to take the title. For vintage is always going to be the logo. He's Corey West. But
what
it's kind of
an
like
MVP is,
it's
man.
almost.
That's what an
Hold on.
MVP is.
Listen, it's almost like an award in honor of vintage.
You want to call it the
Man,
The
vintage
Vintage
A
A Award.
Logo.
He got the
Yeah,
vintage
it's
A
the logo
award.
award, man. It's the
Season
logo.
5 vintage A award.
That's
I'm just brain. What I look at, how I look at that, it's kind of like it's
who
almost like
embodies rapidly.
it's the what
Who embodies
embodied
rapidly spirit the most.
yes, the spirit, the body, and who
I
embodies.
would say it would be our MVP in this instance. I would say it was Trey Authentic.
Absolutely.
He embodied that
100%.
that rap at all times under any circumstances at the best level that you could possibly rap at any time that you were asked to rap.
Bro, he did everything this year.
He did everything.
Did everything.
Damn, he
That's
did.
all about
He rapped
No.
in every
He did everything.
cipher versus cipher. He rapped in
He
every.
didn't do everyone. He was out there and
No, we just
One.
say everything. Everything rapidly.
He missed
No.
one.
And
he
then hold on.
missed one.
And look, can we just add on just to give some praise to this? Like, not only did he do all of that rapping, not only was he not choking, but he writes at a high level. Like,
Fuck.
we're talking internal,
That's all it
external,
is.
I mean-
and from a technical sense, Spam is like clicking on all cylinders. So,
Bro, listen,
Yo, he went on a mean ass run this year.
listen. This is the thing.
Fuck.
This is the thing. Though all of those cipher verses were tailored.
yes, that's crazy.
These were. I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Talking about situations.
Yes.
I'm talking
Yes,
about
yo.
you telling stories.
He
I'm
wasn't just
dead at
rapping,
y'all.
yo. Yeah, he came to get with
4
you.
minutes.
Yes, yo. No jokes.
He will
Hold
rap the
on.
length of the beat.
My nigga.
Rap the length of the beat. And if you loop
Look.
the beat, he's still gonna rap.
Yo,
I'm
what that
realizing
nigga drinking, man?
yo, like, son, all cylinders. What was I about to say? Man, I
That
forgot.
boy
What I was about to say.
appeared like
I wanted to
Jesus
turn
out
my
here.
camera on to say what I was going to say, and I forgot what I
I
was
just
going
want
to
to play angel songs like. "Oh."
Cylinders.
Yeah, man. Nah, he was doing to say. I can't remember what I was going to say, but yeah, shout out to Trey, man.
I mean, we haven't come up with some other ones, but I mean,
I think there's one that
Yeah.
we could come up with. I don't know if we'd be able to answer it right now, but
I'm
Good.
wondering which
verse
one.
of the year.
Huh?
Verse of the year.
See, I think that requires some. I don't know if I can do that off the top of my head.
Not for
Yeah, I
me.
don't think we can do that on top of the head, bro.
Not for me because of
No,
when it was done.
let's do this though.
Because of
My
when it
bad,
was
I
done
missed
and
that.
how-
What was the last
All
category?
Hold on. If you can
All right.
call any off the top of your head, what would those, if you can recall ones, let's recall them and we can jot them down. I would say Wanski at ease.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would say Wanski wrapping the season up.
that one.
Honestly, 30s on the
That-
30s.
I would say Trey 5-on-5 versus
The first one.
no versus
Clef Majors.
Left Majors.
Bingo. There you go.
Trey had his verse. He had some verses early in the season.
Oh, that's
That was
what I'm
great.
saying. So, there was an
Trey's first 30.
episode,
Trey's first 30. Speech's first 30.
I think
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that episode, he had a crazy open cipher, and then the fucking 5-on-5 was even crazier.
Yeah, that was.
And I was like, yo, this nigga just went up a level in the 5-on-5, fam.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
30s,
Um,
all the 30s are on the list. All the
CO
30s
Wave kick. CO Wave kicking in the door.
CO Wave kicking in the door with a 30.
Corey Jaws rebuttal.
Fire, y'all. Kicking in the door with a 30 is crazy.
Yeah.
Corey Jaws rebuttal.
That's a bar in itself.
To Trey's Clef Major verse.
Yeah. I think that's worth it's a moment.
It's a moment.
Because he told the whole
I don't know
story
if he's
from
gonna
his
win.
point
I
of
don't know if
view.
he's gonna win that, but I think it's worth talking about.
I just remember, like, I was standing in the back with Chance and Habib, and Chance was like eating a chicken wing or something, and all we heard was Trey Authentic is a bitch ass nigga. This motherfucking Chance
Oh yeah.
neck
Oh,
whipped
my
around to the
God.
stage, stopped chewing and everything.
Oh, I remember
And
that.
Habib
shit.
and I was just like, what the fuck just
I was
happened?
Yeah, no, he hushed the room.
Yeah.
With that.
Straight up.
Everybody in that entire
That was a
building
different
was
kind of
like,
response. The response was more like a silent, like, oh shit, type of response. I say Triggs verse
Triggs sudden
the
death.
episode that he went to sudden death, that the verse that put him in sudden death.
Mhm.
and then his surprise
slapped
appearance
the
in the
stage.
5x5 versus 5 that night.
Mm.
Hey,
He was-
you
he was
can,
going-
hey,
Triggs
you
had a
don't-
crazy
you don't
night
know,
that
you
night.
can
Triggs had an insane
definitely,
night.
you can definitely what's the word I'm looking for? Give credit to Mila. She made him go on one that verse.
Oh, with the chat, yeah, in the chat,
Bruh. That he snapped.
definitely.
He snapped.
Those are the ones that I can think of. Oh,
Hello,
hold on. Chance's first 5-on-5
that's a fact.
and
Oh, that was
describes 5-on-5 first 5.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
And CO Waves 5-on-5.
Oh, CO Waves.
That's how we
CO Wave made me think that I had
that's
lost.
how we knew he. Hey, we knew he
Oh,
was.
but you know what? That means Triggs 5-on-5 in that same one, because that's the one where he rebutted
Yep.
CO Wave and he like
Went in.
murdered that shit.
He went in.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, we had a lot of
Had
moments.
a lot of crazy verses. Kello has to have one in here.
Fun, fam.
Yeah.
Kello's
Kello's season
30.
finale.
Oh, Kello's, we said 30.
Last
Yeah,
one,
he got 30.
Kello's
Kello's 30
30.
and season
Crazy.
finale.
Went bananas.
All 30s are up. Yeah, so we have to.
Yeah, I watched that joint
Did,
again today. That verse was insane.
Did Dub T have a moment?
FT had a moment, but I wouldn't put it up
It
there.
wasn't there. It
Nah,
wasn't there.
not compared
He
to-
had the Mars Attacks joint, but
Nah,
He had,
yeah,
he had a
that's
couple
insane.
funny, crazy lines. There was wasn't there an episode where Goo Gang went stupid? Not the last one, but like over the summer, I feel like there was a crazy moment. I think it was an episode that Wansky won.
Yeah, who had a moment?
It was just that crew. Like
Hello,
it was
Wansky.
like it was Goo Gang, and I think
Go
had a
Lagoon.
crazy verse.
It was whatever joint that they did that they performed on. I know what you're talking about because Maggie was in there.
Yeah.
Maggie was in
Honestly,
it.
and
And
Kelly.
people was
Kellogg's,
dissing them. Like everybody was dissing them at the same time, but then they like
Yeah.
They all
like
smoked.
back verses.
Yep. Because Kilo Kai dissed him in that joint and Bakari.
Yeah, I just wouldn't say there was one verse out of that I would put on this list. I don't.
It was
think-
just the overall dominance of Go Lagoon that night.
right.
Yeah, they just showed off that night. For sure.
What about Vintage jumping off the stage?
I'm trying to think. I don't think that verse was. I think
That wasn't the one that put him in. Sudden
Yeah,
death?
but it was.
Was that the one we?
I think that was in sudden death.
Yeah, we had
That was in sudden death, and I don't. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I'm trying to figure out though if vintage. Oh, there was at least a 5-on-5 that vintage. There was a 5-on-5, like early 5-on-5 vintage. Like maybe the first 5-on-5 that vintage was in was super crazy. There was a vintage. I think it was the first 5-on-5 vintage was super crazy. Like
it was the first or the second.
It was either the first or the second.
Because the comment that was being made is like, if he comes to the open cipher and rap like that, he gonna have him some more hoodies.
Right. All right, so we'll collect these, and I think we'll think on it some more. But I think those are good. That's a hell of a list right there.
Yes.
One other question to possibly throw out there for a superlative: battles that took place on the RVA Rap Elite stage. Is there anything there? Either best
Battle of the year,
battler of the year for Rap Elite
I think
on the Rap Elite stage.
it would be better to say like to go battle of the year, because I don't think we will have anyone that has enough battles unless we're going to consider the 5-on-5s in it. I don't think we should do that. But if we do battle of the year, my candidate would probably be, and I don't think there's really much debate for it, would be Rossetti versus Bakari.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I got another idea for a superlative.
Am I confused on this though? Was Brav and Chance not at a Rap Elite event?
Not this year. That was 2 years.
That was last year.
That was.
Oh yeah, damn, that was a Kobe shit. Damn.
That was
the day Kobe died. Yeah.
Damn, I don't know what the hell I'm thinking about.
But another idea for a superlative is like most anticipated who got next. Like who we looking forward to seeing dominate shit next season.
Who got next award?
Yeah.
I can see that. So battle of the year. We know what that is. Verse of the year. And who got next? I would say if I had to pick who got next, okay, also Sound Clash champion or Sound Clash champion of season 5, obviously Corey Ja. And Team Pharaoh is the team of the year. But if we were to say who got next, I've got man, I think that's a conversation.
That's a conversation.
That's a conversation, bro.
I think who I would probably say right now would be Wansky. But here's the problem.
He's current to me.
He's current.
But he's finally got in the groove. I feel like Wansky needed those first few to kind of figure it out a little bit, and then he was talented enough to just, you know what I'm saying, continue to elevate.
Yeah.
I think when we talk about who got next, I think it's more so like
key speech.
Who's going to make themselves like a star. I think Wansky is already a Rap Elite star.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was talking about MVPs.
Oh, no. I don't want to do that.
Just like,
I think
who's going to be, who didn't necessarily ain't in people's mouths as much as they should be right now. We'll get to that point next year, pretty much.
Right.
Key speech.
I think he's a star. We got a 30, bro. I'm thinking like somebody in the realms of a Trap, a C Spicy.
Oh, okay.
Islam Rap God.
I'd say them two again. One of them two.
They gotta be of the 3 to me.
Yeah.
Or you could say somebody like Chef Toka, because he's another most improved, right? So like he could be on his way. He's another person that could be on his way.
I'd say of his 5 performances, Trap is a good candidate for it. C Spicy.
Pharaoh could be in that conversation as well.
Oh yeah, because Pharaoh, the first time he had a team of his own, he was a different. He
just need to put it together in the open cipher.
Yeah.
If Pop Burner keeps rapping like he did,
Pop Burner.
Yes.
Another
that.
Pop Burner.
I would definitely do that. I would definitely put him there.
Oh, you would just go Pop Burner?
I would.
I want to see
because
and that's interesting though, because you gotta look at it like if you see Spicy's considerably higher on this list, I would have to say it probably would mean C Spicy.
Part of me was thinking that too.
Spice God, I can still see that.
Whether he wins this superlative or not, I'm excited for this dude next year.
Yeah, I don't really understand the who got next. Like, is it?
I would say, I say if we want to make it, if we want to add some rigor to it, I would say probably the person that is either going to make them. All right, we're not going to say make themselves a name. Let's say crack into the top 10.
Okay.
Is it okay?
That's pretty much how I meant it.
Who has the most potential next year to crack into the top 10?
Somebody that we've been watching that has like grown, that's quite gotten there yet.
It's fair. It's more fair for me to say Trap than C Spicy.
Trap, absolutely, because Trap's average, even though he's only been in there 2 times, he's been consistent. He just needs to stay that consistent, which I think he can.
Mm-hmm.
Because, as I said, he was real dope in the Cypher versus Cypher. He was real dope on both showings at the Open Cypher, one of which he wrote maybe an hour before he got up there and spit the whole thing flawlessly.
And he's also already made a pledge to
do more.
To do, next season I get to start. I get a fresh off the top season. Like I came in late. You know what I'm saying? Like
he might
just
be
like
that
me.
one. He won
just like
one.
me as a GM.
He won them one.
I'm about to come in and tear shit up.
I'm gonna go Trap, and I think that's fair.
I like that.
You got Spicy already as most improved. And if I had to put my money on them in a Cypher, I'm putting my money on Trap over C Spicy right now.
Facts.
All facts.
He's in the 2 Cyphers they were in, he's beating him.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. No. I don't know if he beat him. Did he beat him in the last one?
That was on the same team.
No, I mean, in the Open.
I'm pretty sure he did.
I don't know.
If he did, it wasn't by much, but
I thought Spicy got off on that joint. I gotta look at that. Hold on. So that for you in just a minute. But I don't think that is the big differentiator ultimately. Oh wow, that's crazy. They scored the same exact score.
wow. Well, there goes that argument.
That's why the conversation is what it is.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I'm gonna go see Spicy. I think it's irresponsible to say that C Spicy wouldn't be
Up
with
next.
the momentum that he's coming in, that he's left this season with.
Because it's such a hard basis of comparison between the two, what's wrong with calling it a tie?
And what's wrong with giving C Spicy his most improved and giving Trap then who's got next for that safety?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
So I say, yeah, C Spicy for most improved. Who got next? Trap.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
So the only thing that
we know we're gonna see a lot of Trap next season.
Only thing we have to decide is verse of the year. Maybe we can do another conversation where we play the verses.
Ooh. Yeah.
We play those verses, those specific verses, and make a decision on that verse of the year. We'll do another panel.
I'm with that.
That'd be fire.
So we'll keep y'all. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. I will keep y'all posted. We still got 11 folks watching. Salute to that. I didn't get to look in the chat too much during this joint.
Oh, it's been some good conversation over there. Big up Spice Guard. Big up Wansky. Y'all did a hell of a thing this season, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm real hype about both of y'all's performance. Trey, I don't even need to say nothing. Nobody needs to say anything. Everything that needs to be said about you already been said.
Wansky, yeah, the drug verse. Drug verse.
That verse was crazy.
Yeah, that drug verse was
That
crazy.
drug verse is crazy.
When we do this next one, we're going to be watching a lot of Wansky. I know it.
Well, he has some shit.
Yeah.
He had some shit.
Facts.
83 MCs once again. Thank you for investing in yourself.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you for dedicating yourself. Thank you for giving us a reason to put as much time and effort into just these types of conversations, the breakdowns, giving us something to break down. It was my dream 5 years ago that we would have MCs from different ages, different backgrounds, concentrating on rapping one verse a month and how that verse would impact audiences. Just that one concept was an aspiration to me at that time. That just goes to show you how far along we are, because the amount of verses, the amount of MCs that are committed to this, the amount of bars that are displayed on this platform on a monthly basis each year is incredible and in like not even quantifiable. So I want to say thank you to everyone, all the staff, all the GMs, all of Tangy and Biscuit, all 83 MCs. Shout out to Frank. Shout out to everybody on this panel. We'll be seeing folks at the MVP brunch. We'll be seeing folks November 20th.
We'll be seeing folks at the MVP brunch.
At the MVP brunch, we'll be seeing the
Are we going?
MVPs. Listen, hey, look.
Come say what?
Hey, look, let me tell y'all, if y'all want to chip in,
MC Brunch say what?
if y'all want to chip in, y'all are more than welcome to come.
What?
Okay?
Staff.
Listen,
MC Brunch.
my pockets.
Draft judges.
But look, no, I have some, but I am gonna do something special for staff. So staff, stay tuned. I have something special for y'all
The party
coming up. So stay tuned. I love y'all. So we will make sure the staff is well taken care of. Okay.
Wow.
But yes, thank y'all for tuning in. November 20th, say it to my face. Tangy and Biscuit. Get your tickets now. You already know we talked about it. C Spicy versus Islam Rap God. Chance Fisher versus Trey Authentic. Real Life versus Petty. Cream versus Rossetti. It's a crazy. Did I miss one? Oh, Introverse versus Sun versus Introverse. It's about to get crazy. Make sure y'all tap in, and also the sound clash that will determine the final opening slot. Make sure y'all go vote at Flag on the Moon 7 on Instagram.
What? Wait, what?
Yes, we got finals up, man.
Yeah, well, it's the finals is up. Vote for top 5 finalists are being voted on Flag on the Moon 7 on
I just somehow missed the part where they're having a sound clash, but
yes, the top 2 voted at the end of this round.
The 14th, was it?
Yes, I believe it's the 14th. Yes. Will be sound clashing, 3-round sound clash at the Southpaw event. The winner of the sound clash is who will go to Flag on the Moon. Yeah, we're not just doing this. We're not just doing the IG engagement spam game. You just gonna run with it. You're gonna have to go rap and show your stage.
I like that because mad dudes is on there posting their vote like 6 times. Like, why the fuck would you do that?
Do that. They should be doing that. They should be doing that around the fucking clock. Trig is like, I didn't even go to sleep. I seen Big B and PT Val in the comments like, I don't miss this. You know why? Because these dudes was in inboxes and DMs, was
Consistent.
Fuck posting in your little stories talking about, oh, hope you vote for me. That ain't trying to win this contest. So, the people that have won this contest, I don't care how big their following was. I remember Evan Barlow had a huge first contest, had a huge following online. Huge following. He put up a fucking gift card contest for the people pushing. He was going again, didn't even realize he was pushing against somebody who had hacked the fucking voting system. So the whole time while he's pushing, the guys that he going up against that kept him pushing was running the numbers up on the polling.
Crazy.
But he's, so like, yo, shout out to all those that have won the contest before.
I was talking about the dudes that's like commenting, same person commenting like 8 times.
Oh no, you're 100% right. That shit, first of all, it's not gonna get you anywhere. Stop spamming the goddamn comments. Stop spamming the comments.
Yeah, fuck out of here. You're losing this person a vote.
Yes, you're losing the person a vote. You're making things difficult for us. We already got to sit up late nights counting all them goddamn emojis. Don't make us have to fine tooth comb it because we got to figure out somebody.
Fuck that.
Time. Yeah, trust me, it's not fun, but it's necessary. So I appreciate everybody, man. We got a lot of momentum to close this year out with. We've had an incredible year. Flag on the Moon, December 11th. Say it to my face, November 20th. We going out the way we carried the whole year. Strong, powerful. Let's sell the fucking flag. Let's sell the Broadberry out. Let's pack a whole ton of motherfuckers in Tang and Biscuit one more time before the end of the year and get ready for season 6.
Yeah, we got one request to go down the top 20 one more time.
Oh, okay. Top 20 one more time, and then we out of here. Trey Authentic, number 1, MVP. Number 2, Dr. Wansky. Number 3, Vintage A. Number 4, Rel Life. Number 5, CO Wade. Number 6, Key Speech. Number 7, Kello. Number 8, Jason. Number 9, 804 Rel. Number 10, Trig. Number 11, Kilroy G. Number 12, C Spicy. Number 13, Islam Rap God. Number 14, Pharaoh. Number 15, Mila Mansa. Number 16, Introverse. Number 17, Pop Burner. Number 18, Chef Token. Number 19, Trap. And number 20, Dub T. Incredible list of MCs. Incredible list of MCs. Like, yo, for those that don't know, come to Rap Elite, man. We rap. We really rap over here. We really, really rap. So thank y'all. Thank y'all once again. See y'all November 20th, man. Tang and Biscuit. Peace, peace, peace.
Peace.